a nice color. This is the Univers, and this is something that only, I think the info for this went live today. So I've had this in my possession for a while. It's called the Univers. It is from a company called Typeface, and it's gonna be in stock. Price point on this is pretty nice for in stock. It looks like, if I understand the website correctly, this is gonna come out to be about 220. I think you guys are gonna enjoy the board today, but it has an effective height of 21.7. So I'm not too sure what the front height, like the non-effective front height would be, but it does have a typing degree of 6 as well. The only thing that I can see on the stat sheet that brings up a little bit of a is it's gonna use Molex, the EasyMate stuff. So if you guys don't already know, I do think Molex connectors for keyboards are kind of meh, but we'll see. And the reason why I think they're kind of meh is just because Molex connectors have a rated use of something like 6. I think it's literally the number 6. I've used them a bunch of times with boards. I have a few boards where I've gotten to 10 uses and it seems okay. So I don't know whether to take that at face value or not, but I'm gonna go with what they rated at, which is not very many uses. But let's open this guy up. This is also using the Fly Daughter board, which is good because it is universal. So this does have a bit of a wood accent on it as well, which we'll see as we open it up. There's the feet. We have little gaskets. So the mounting style here is gonna be along the lines of like what the Frog uses. We have some plates. We have half plate. I like what they did here. Now, I'm not saying I wish they did this, but I kind of do. I wish they took the idea that the Wuche Freya had and made it so you can combine different things with the half plate, but I appreciate that you're able to take this out and not have to buy 2 different plates if you just want to try one and then switch to another. And technically, you can just reattach this too. So I kind of appreciate that. We have a hot swap PCB. That's a cool design of the PCB, actually. Holy cow. Going back to the plate for one more moment, what I mean by this is technically, even if you snap this out, you can just re-put it in. Like, you don't need this to have one big piece. So it is kind of cool that you can not have to buy 2 different things. Also, this is a really cool box. Has like a little piece of leather on here on the top, or I don't know, pleather, little metal things here. I really like this box. Again, would still prefer a hard shell case, but I'm not mad at this box at all. But yeah, the price point looks like it's gonna be about $220 for this, but you can opt to get no plate. So it looks like you could even just spend $200 on this and it should be okay. Oh, this is a nice color. Oh, that's cool. They already have an accent over here, but I'm gonna put the wood accent in. Almost reminds me of the Mechanist aquamarine type thing. Oh, this is, I kind of like that. I don't know why I'm a sucker for that. Cool. It's a nice color, actually. Wow. So it does have a bit of a cherry lip here, just ever so slightly has a bit of one here in the front. It's a unique layout as well. So this is a really compact, as you can see, it's no bigger than a 60% here, but quite the interesting layout for sure. And then this little wood accent can go here. I like how they filled this in with an accent as well. The anno on this is really nice. Here's the side profile. Standard box on wedge with a little bit of a flare with that kind of stepped design they have on the back. Wow, okay, I kind of like this. Has a little bit of weight too. It's weird, but I think just because the typeface is quite nice, I like the way that they did this on the back. I don't mind it being that big, but it is at least a good font. I think the bottom though, from a design perspective, might not be for everyone. But at least it's on the bottom. But I like this here on the top, and I like that little bit of a cherry lip that they got going on. It blends in really nicely with the case. I believe the font is, yeah, Univers, or the typeface is. Cool, and they got a little bag or weight to go on the inside. It's stepped on the inside too, which I'm assuming is just to give it a little bit more clearance. Very, very neat. And then how does the daughter board? Oh, the daughter board would just sit here in the back. Okay, interesting. There is a solderable PCB option. It looks like they've put everything separately. The keyboard case is 167. The plate looks like it's gonna be 19, and the plate's optional technically. And then a solderable PCB will be 30. So it looks like if you just opt for a solderable PCB and want a plateless experience, with the keyboard case, it looks like it's gonna be about $190. And it's in stock in 4 days. They did send this out for me to take a look at, so they are, I'm assuming, I'm gonna make the assumption, because they haven't told me otherwise, that I'm allowed to keep this. However, it's not gonna affect my opinion, as you guys normally know. But if you guys did want a plate, I do believe this is still gonna be about the 220 mark with the plate. but not bad. Here's the PCB, everybody. This is like, if I spin this quick enough, do you think I can hypnotize you guys? Just imagine I'm spinning it faster. All right, well, I think I want to do FR4 today. But yeah, so this was supposed to be streamed about 3 weeks ago, but they delayed it a few times just because they wanted to perfect the packaging. So I'm not sure. The packaging looked great to me. I'm not too sure what they could have perfected with the packaging. This is the hot swap variant. Don't expect too much with this hot swap PCB, but it does look like we get a split backspace. It's fixed space bar at 6.25U. We have stepped and regular, and that's it. I'm not too sure what the solderable PCB looks like, so I'm not sure what options we have. So keep that in mind as well. Board's actually really cool. I really like this. These are really nice too, the design on the back here. This is cool. I even like the USB-C slot. I'm happy this is in stock though. Very, very happy. Look how thin this piece of aluminum is over here. It's impressive. Imagine a keyboard side profile being that thin. Ooh, this is nice. So it's like a solid like heft to it. I don't know why, it just feels good in hand. What layout would this be? They're calling it a 70%, but it has, interesting enough, the keyboard itself, if we look at the top frame, is just I don't even know if it's a hair wider, maybe a hair wider than a 60. Let's use the FR4 plate in this. Damn, the tolerance of this PCB is quite nice. Little tadpole mounts. Oh, let's actually remove this too. I don't know if the layout's gonna be for everyone. So far what I really like about the keyboard is the design language. I personally don't mind the layout. It's compact enough. Now something I don't really care for. Also like the mounting system. I like the fact that you can buy one FR4 plate and then just like take out the middle part. PCB mounted's always really fun for that. Ooh, this might sound insane. The design, again, little wood accent here on the side, or you can just get like a little metal accent. Pretty cool. I think the only negative thing about this board so far is going to be that easy mate connector. Again, not the end of the world. It's not like a super negative point, but just a point of criticism for longevity. They're not rated for many uses, so. And perhaps the only meh point that some people might find a little bit divisive, again, would be the layout, as we just kind of said too. The layout may not be for everyone, unfortunately. Some people might find this layout too cramped. But Ano's good on this. Price is a good point on this. Like, this feels really high quality. The Ano's really well done on this. You can do plateless, yep. There's even half plate if you want to buy the solderable version. So a lot of fun ways to get this built, which is great. We love to see that. This is the FR4 plate that I'm using today, correct? So it does not have a right shift in this layout. You could technically put shift here. This could be a shift, although I think that might be a bit awkward for people. I'm just gonna put function. It's a keyboard, you can do it the way you want. I actually don't mind this layout, guys. I mean, I am not a right shift user, and okay, now that we put it together, have a little bit more visual, I feel like if you are a right shift user, this is probably 100% a pass. You don't get this. This is not the board for you. But if you don't use right shift, this is kind of a neat layout. Ooh, this sounds like it's gonna be awesome. Hold on, let me put this away. This sounds like it might be pretty nice. So this is Tadpole. It does have they said effective, 21.7. Ooh, cream sodas, FR4 plate. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, here's my thoughts on the sound profile. I think, and this is kind of typical with, again, like I said before, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Tadpole mounts. I've always felt like the edges of Tadpole is a little stiffer slash flatter. No exception on this board. I felt the same way about the Frog and a lot of the Tadpole ones I use. However, the spacebar is great. Alpha is fantastic. It's a nice softness. I'm sure you can just pick up different Duro Tadpoles as well. I don't know if they're going to be offering those. This sounds pretty good. It looks good. I think this is a winner. The only concern I have is that easy mate connector on the inside. The weight is internal, so there's a bit of an internal weight there. Although I would say this is probably about 4-ish pounds. This is a great layout too. Like, I don't know, I think I'm vibing a lot with this layout because it doesn't take up much desk space. I get my arrow keys and I get my F keys. I kind of like the layout for myself, and the price is good too. What do you guys think? I like the little wood accent too. I kind of really vibe with that. I think it looks pretty sweet. I like this design overall. The color of the ano is really nice. Side profile again, box on wedge. Has a bit of that kind of taper here on the side as well, but then a little bit unique with that kind of stepped rail design at the back. Very, very subtle. Looks sweet though. The ano is perfect on this, by the way. Like, absolutely flawless. Looks really good. There's the wood accent up close if you guys want to see that part of the keyboard. A little bit of a cherry lip. Well, this was fun build. Thanks again to Typeface for sending this out. I think this is a fantastic board, honestly. The only criticism I'd have is in future boards, probably stay away from the easy mate connectors. I have no real major things here. Perhaps rework how the Tadpoles sit would be my only other piece of critique. Instead of, I think it was here and here, I would even just move this Tadpole. I know there's one over here already, but just like that instead of like this. Past that, this is a very fun board. I like the layout. It's not something you see every day. I like the inclusion of a little accent that's vertical on the bottom. So yeah, pretty nice. Gotta say, good typing angle, good front height, like the little cherry lip. Overall, this is a winner, and it's gonna be in stock, which is pretty awesome too. Again, for people who like right shifts, this is probably not the board for you. I was really into this the moment they showed it to me. They have like a really nice like theme and design for everything, and the designer seems like he's really into this, so I'm into it as well. I like people that have like good sense of direction with what they're going with the project, so it's a very pretty keyboard though. But yeah, thanks guys for joining. Really appreciate you guys today. Take care guys, love you guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye everybody.